Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate, and in this practice today we are going to work towards fallen angel, which is an inversion-y arm balance kind of thing. There's a twist. This is the kind of pose that I would normally teach in an hour and a half because there's a lot of things that go into it. I'm going to do my best to keep this under 40 minutes, which means we're going to start strong and we're just going to keep going that way. So if you are a yogi who likes a longer warm-up than a quick sequence, then please take a few minutes before you start and do a couple of sun sails or something involving some twists that will get you warmed up and geared up for this. If you are ready to just hit the play button and go, then I'm here with that. You're gonna grab a strap just in case, at least one block, maybe two. You don't need a blanket, but you might want one. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's get to work. All right, so we are going to be going quickly and moving quickly, but take just a moment before we start to sit comfortably, right? You can sit in Sukhasana and you can sit on your heels, whatever you want to do. You can even lay down if you feel like it, and that gets you kind of in tune with your breath the easiest. Take a moment to get settled where you are, to close your eyes and take a couple of breaths. And let your awareness kind of swirl around you. There's stuff going on outside your mat. It's all good. And then see if you can start to shift that awareness, that focus to your body, to your breath, into this magic carpet of a rectangle that you have underneath you. And stay there for a few breaths, deepening those breaths if it feels comfortable. And I know that sometimes it takes more than just these first few moments to get yourself settled, and that's okay. Just do your best here to just start the process. We got our work cut out for us today, so it's helpful to be as focused as we can be. So before you start, bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra. I know we don't normally do this, but bow your head and tell yourself it's okay to not be perfect. This is my mantra going into this year. It's okay to not be perfect. This flow might not work for you today, and if it doesn't, then come back to it later, and maybe it will next time. And if it does this time and doesn't next time, it's okay to not be perfect. Let's do this. Table. And a couple of rounds of cat and cow, right? Get your spine warmed up. Move how you need to. Start to wake up your body. One more of those. Nice deep breath in. Feel your belly drop, your chest thread through your upper arms. And exhale, push into the floor and feel your upper back lift up. Oh, shake your head while you're there. All right, back to neutral. Hips stay stacked over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Spread your fingers, wrap your triceps in, sink down. Drag those shoulders in. Arm bones plug. Shake it out. And then draw your belly in. Walk your hands underneath you. Here we go. Take your right hand to the base of your skull. Inhale, take your elbow pointed up. Oh, exhale, elbow to that left arm. Try not to sink through your left shoulder. Inhale, open up. Exhale, take that elbow over to the left. One more. Inhale it up. Exhale, bring it across. This time we're gonna open up, reach your right arm long and thread the needle. come all the way under. One of my favorites, right? Press into the back of your right arm, try to keep your hips square. And you can press into the left hand, it can stay right there. If you want to walk it forward, if you want to sweep up and around and come into a half bind, you can do that. We are going to go toward a couple of binds here in this practice, so a half bind here might not be a bad idea. But listen to what your body wants. And then left hand to the floor. Going to sweep that right arm open. And then stretch it straight forward, out to the side, flip your palms so the back of your hand comes to your low back. And give yourself just a moment here to feel your elbow lift. Head of that arm bone is gonna stay lifted. That's it, and then snake it out, reach it forward and set it down. Okay, left hand to the back of your head, nothing fancy. Same thing on this side. You're gonna inhale, open up. And exhale, elbow to that right arm. Inhale, open, and exhale, cross. Inhale, open up, and exhale, lower it down. All right, we're gonna open up, and then take that left arm, reach, and then thread underneath. Same deal here. Your right hand can come right in front of your nose. Just feel that stack of your shoulders. Maybe the first twist of the day. If you wanna walk that right hand forward, maybe sweep it up and around, find a half bind to your low back, to your upper thigh. Press down through the tops of your feet just to stay rooted. Here we go. Right hand's gonna hit the floor. Press it out. Slide your left arm out and up. And then take your left arm, reach it straight forward, just working into the shoulders, sweep it out to the side, flip your palm toward the ceiling, and then take the back of your hand to your low back, spread your fingers. And you wanna lift that left elbow. Feel the head of your arm bone lift. Maybe shake your head while you're here. All right, and then stretch it forward. Walk at hands distance up. Spread both fingers now. Tuck your toes. Ooh, downward facing dog. And give yourself a second here to pedal it out. Walk it a little bit side to side through your hips. If something needs a little extra, you can go for the little extra. All right, now you're gonna press into your left hand. Take your right arm under and cross to that left leg, wherever it feels comfortable. Sitting bones rise up, heels drag down, even if they don't touch the floor. Take your gaze into your left armpit. And then switch, right hand down, left hand across. Right side shoulder blade's gonna dig in, right? Sitting bones lift, heels drop. Oh yeah. Left hand to the floor. Inhale, come on forward into your plank. When you exhale, drop your knees. Chest and chin, elbows stay close to the ribs. Baby Cobra. Launch forward, inhale. And when you exhale, drop your forehead or your chin to the mat. Slide your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. If an interlace doesn't work, you can always use a strap, right? And you want to curl your shoulder blades in and lift up. Little half Shalabhasana, tops of your feet stay rooted. That's the sides of your neck lengthen. And then take your gaze over to the right, back through the middle, and over to the left. And back through the middle, and then release. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs. Here we go, slide your hands underneath. Come on up, stretch back, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, and you're gonna tiptoe to the top of the mat. Just start to work into the backs of your legs, waking them up. You can soften your knees when you get to the top if you need. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. All right, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale and fold. Press into the floor. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Find a nice big reach. When you exhale, dive right back over your legs. Bend your knees if you need to. Halfway lift, shoulder blades in, chest long. As you exhale, step your right leg back. Just one round, sun sails. Reach your chest forward, press back through that right heel. Step back into plank. Hold plank or vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. If you want a chaturanga, the baby cobra, or an upward facing dog. Pull your hips back, downward facing dog. When you get back into your dog, take your right leg, lift it up. And when you exhale, step it up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it up, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And fold. Press the floor away. Rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, and right back over your legs. Fold it down. Halfway lift. This time your left leg goes back. Back knee stays lifted. Get long as you inhale. Sink your hips. Exhale. Plank. Vinyasa if you want it. Or hang in plank. And we'll meet in dog. Pull it back. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale it forward. Back knee down. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it up. Uttanasana. Give yourself a moment here. Halfway lift. And let it go. Press into the floor. Come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Pull your hands down through prayer. I know it's still early, but give yourself a moment to close your eyes. We picked up the pace, so just check in with your breath, the beating of your heart. Hopefully there's some warmth already started. Here we go. Inhale, come out and up. Exhale and dive forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And now we go into downward facing dog, so plant those hands. Take it back. Inhale, float your right leg up, stretch it back. As you exhale, step it up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana again. Inhale, reach up. Feel the sides of your body lengthen even as the hips sink down. Low belly zips in and up. And then take your left hand onto the floor, right hand to your right thigh. Just give yourself a twist here. You're gonna reach up with that right hand. Here we go. Reach through those right fingertips. Come all the way up, keeping your torso. Oh, it's rusty. It doesn't want to go. Keep your torso twisting to the right. All right, now you're going to drop this right hand. If you want to block under your right hand, if your right hand can find your left leg, then you can do that too. Or you can just let the fingertips hover. Sometimes that feels fine. Low belly stays lifted. You're going to reach that left arm up and stretch back. It's got a little twisty, back bendy thing happening here, right? And then take that left elbow and you're going to sail it down to the outer edge of your right knee. Press your palms and roll it open. And you want to feel your left side rib cage like lift in and up as it rolls towards your inner thigh. Our tendency is to just kind of sink down here, but see if you can keep yourself kind of buoyant through your torso. All right, tuck your back toes. We're going to lift that back knee. We got this. Keep scissoring through your inner thighs. Does not have to be perfect. Crescent lunge, inhale. Come on up. Soften through your shoulders. And then we open, warrior two. Yes, fire up your inner thighs. Soften through the tops of your shoulders. Flip your front palm, reach up, stretch back. Reverse warrior. If you want to take your left hand around and work a little half bind, that's great. Side angle. Forearm to the top of your thigh, hand to the block, hand to the floor. You can keep that left arm in that half bind. It's only going to make you happier later. That's it. And then you're going to take this left arm, reach it up, sweep it alongside your ear if it's not there already. And then windmill. Left hand down to the floor, left side Vashisthasana, right? You're going to roll onto the outer edge of that left foot. You can keep the right foot in front or stack, press into the floor, lift those hips. Oh, inhale. Right hand to the floor. As you exhale, find plank and vinyasa how you want to. And pull it back, downward facing dog. Soften through your shoulders. Here we go. Left leg's gonna lift. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step it up between those thumbs. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana. Arms come on up. Shoulders soften down. Give yourself a moment here. to feel where you can lift in and up, away from the top of that left thigh while keeping your tailbone long. All right, right hand's gonna hit the floor, left hand to the top of your thigh. Just roll it open for a moment here. And then reach up through that left arm. Gonna reach through those left fingertips so much, press into this left or this right foot, come on up. Much easier on this side. You may have found the same thing. You're gonna keep that torso twisting to the left, and you can take your hand to the block, the floor, maybe it finds your leg, sink your hips, reach up, stretch back through that right side. And now we're gonna lengthen up right elbow to that left knee. Press your palms and roll it open. Same idea. Don't let yourself sink down, but press into the floor with that left foot, press into your thigh with your right elbow. Find your twist. All right, now we're gonna tuck those back toes. Stay steady, lift your back knee. You got this. Crescent lunge, inhale. Come on up, slow and steady. Warrior two. Adjust how you need to adjust as we go. Soften through those shoulders. Flip your front palm, reach up, stretch back, reverse your warrior. You can take that half bind around to your low back, to the top of your thigh. Feel your left shoulder soften away from your ear, even as you reach up into those left fingertips. And then side angle, right? Forearm down. You can grab for the block. Wherever you are, you wanna really lift through the back thigh. Keep that right shoulder rolling open. Yes. And then take your right arm, stretch it right alongside your ear. Right side Vashisthasana. Right hand comes down. Pivot it around. Press into the floor. Lift those hips. Right shoulder blade's gonna dig in. Yes. All right. And then bring it down through your plank. Another vinyasa if you want. You can hold plank here. And we'll all move into downward facing dog. Pull it back. Take your gaze forward, walk your hop, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Halfway lift. And then fold. Press into the floor. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Bring your hands down through prayer. Here we go. Inhale, out and up, reach it up, sides long. Exhale, dive it forward. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog, take it back. Take your right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. This time you're gonna stack your hip open, bend your knee. Oh, yeah. All right, and then square it off, inhale. Exhale, step your knee up, or your knee, step your foot up between your hands, then drop your back knee. All right, gonna keep your fingertips on the mat for this one and just lift your chest. Yes, yes, yes. All right, and then you're gonna push into those fingertips, drag your right foot back. Take your left arm, reach it forward. Little bird dog action here. Oh yeah. And now we're gonna drag your knee into your chest. Take your left hand to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. If you feel like you don't have enough room under here, you can always take a block underneath your right hand. It's perfectly fine. It'll give you the space you need, right? Now we're gonna take this right foot, kick it forward, and then drop it to the floor. So we're in our Ardha Hanuman with this bound leg thing. You can take your right hand back a little bit, and then take your gaze underneath your left armpit. Tiny baby Vishwamitrasana variation here. And then we're gonna rock forward, can release that foot, come back into your lunge. Right hand's gonna come to the inside of this leg. Keep your foot where it is. We're gonna go here, underneath. So nestle that right side under, and we can hang here if you want. You can take your hands a little bit wider if you want, or if you're feeling ready, you can go for a bind here. This is where the strap comes in handy. Take that strap if you want it. Gonna lift your chest, gaze forward, and carefully, as you exhale, pull back and bow. We end up here in this bound Ardha Hanuman. And then we're gonna rock forward again, all right? Keeping that bind or fingertips on the floor as they are, right? We're gonna tuck those back toes. Lift your back knee. Oh, and then drop your back heel. Bound Parsvakonasana. I know, 0 to 60, I know, but we're here, we've got this. Work that inner left thigh. Roll it open, release the bind if you want to, when you want to, it's all right. Here we go, we're gonna open it up. Oh, warrior 2. Yay! Soften through your shoulders and let the corners of your mouth lift. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just here to have some fun and to try something new maybe. All right, half moon. Here we go. Hop it forward. Grab a block if you want it. Why not, right? Press into the floor. Keep working that top leg. Top arm's gonna reach up. If you're craving a little quad stretch, you can bend that back knee. Reach for the foot. Find a little Chapasana. If you've got the Chapasana, you're gonna release. Take your left arm, stretch it straight forward. Then you're gonna windmill it down to the floor. You can switch block hands, because now you're gonna square off your hips. Take your right arm, reach it forward, and then open up, twisting to the right. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. You can bend that back knee. Grab hold of the foot here. Revolved Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Slowly release, no slingshots here. Step it back, step it back, step it back, step it back. Slide your hands back. You can grab the blocks as you go, straighten that front leg. Parsvottanasana. Scissor your inner thighs and just work to square those hips. One more twist here, I know. all the goodies in a row. Left hand on the floor or on this block, right hand to your outer hip. Lift your chest, lengthen it away from the top of your right thigh. Then you're just gonna roll your right shoulder open. As you do, just kind of be aware of what's going on in your hips. Try to keep things as square as you can. If you wanna take that right arm and reach it up, you can. It doesn't work for me here, but it might work for you. Take another breath. And when you exhale, you're gonna fold over the legs. Get rid of the block if you've got it. Take your left hand to the floor, bend your right knee. Step your left foot back a bit. And we're gonna come into a wild thing. Right foot goes behind. Lift your hips. Oh, sweet relief off that right leg, right? And then from here, you're gonna just drop your butt to the floor. So we end up sitting, facing the back edge of the mat, right knee bent, left leg straight. Take your right or your left hand, reach it around that right leg, and take your right hand behind you. Left leg stays active here. You got it. So we're working towards, and I didn't say this before, but we are gonna hit a side crow if you want it. So this is a good place to practice a side crow. We've got this bent knee. You can take your left elbow and bring it to the other side of your knee here, like we did earlier in our lunge. Keep feeling your chest lift, and then work the abdominal muscles, right? They're gonna help with the twist. It's not just like the sheer force of you pushing yourself into the twist, but you wanna feel your abdominal muscles, your core muscles lifting, and also working to help engage that twist. All right, here's the fun part. We're gonna rewind. So twist yourself back to the left. Left hand's gonna hit the floor. If you can keep your right hand lifted, we're gonna do something fun. Push into your feet, lift your hips, coming back through your Vashisthasana. We're gonna come back through a downward facing dog. Take your right arm underneath, grab that left leg and twist. Yeah, and then a regular old dog. Vinyasa if you want it. Yes, pull it back. All right. Left leg lifts, inhale, reach it up. Bend your knees, stack your hip, give yourself a moment here. Oh. And then square it off, kick back, step forward. And drop your back knee. Here we go. You're just gonna keep your fingertips on the mat. Reach your chest forward. Feel your hips sink. So good, right? So good. Okay, and then push into the floor with these fingertips. You're gonna slide your left leg back, three-legged table. Reach your right arm forward for a little bird dog. Pull in and up through your abdominal muscles. Belly button back toward your spine. Notice if your low ribs have started to kind of like inch out, try to tuck them into. Okay, now you're gonna drag your left knee to your chest. Grab a hold of the pinky toe edge of that foot with your right hand, and then kick your left leg through and drop. Block underneath that left hand is perfectly legit, right? It'll help you have some space so we can work toward doing it that way, right? Okay, keep that grip on the pinky toe edge and look underneath your armpit, because as I always say, life looks better when viewed from underneath the armpit. Oh, see? All right, you're gonna rock forward. Coming into your lunge. I'm gonna pull my foot back a little bit. It was way too long. All right, now your left hand's gonna come to the inside of your foot and you can kind of nestle. Like we're gonna put that leg on like it's a backpack strap or whatever. You've got the left hand outside that left foot now. We can hang out right here, right? This can be where the pose goes for you. If you wanna work the full bind, you can grab your strap if you want, or grab your fingertips. Here we go. Lengthen out, and then carefully, carefully, carefully pull your hips back and work into your Ardha Hanuman. We're gonna rock it forward again, right? Tuck those back toes if they're not already there. Lift your back knee, drop your back heel. Lengthen your tailbone toward your right heel, roll it open, little bound Parsva. If you wanna leave it alone and get out of the bind, that's cool. One more breath here. Just toying with discomfort. Warrior two, bring it up. Oh, just a little discomfort, right? A wee bit. Ardha Chandrasana, hop it in. Block if you want it. And just work this here. I know we're kind of going pose to pose to pose to pose, but as much integrity in each pose as you can manage, right? And if you want a Chapasana, you can work into your Chapasana variation here. And then we're gonna kick it back into Ardha Chandrasana. Right arm reaches alongside your ear, and then we windmill. Right hand down, square off those hips. Left arm reaches straight forward. Right toes are pointing now right at the floor, right? And now we're gonna open up and find your twist here. If you want the Chapasana variation, you can bend that right knee, grab for your foot or your ankle. Notice what's going on in your left side body. Try to keep it nice and long as you work here. All right, then we're gonna release, step it back, drag the blocks back with you, and we fold. Parsvottanasana, scissor through your inner thighs, and just work to straighten your left leg. It might not happen, and that's all right. Okay, revolved Trikonasana. This is like my kryptonite. Lengthen your spine, feel your chest lift away from that left thigh. Left hand to your hip, you're gonna roll to the left. And notice what goes on with your hips and just try to keep things as even as you can. Maybe that left arm reaches up. Maybe that feels like you're hitting a brick wall. Oh goodness, another breath, as long as you can be. And then we release, right? So we're gonna get rid of the blocks. Here we go, right hand's gonna move itself forward a bit. Step your right foot back, wild thing. Shift it around, step back for a moment and stretch out through the front edge. This whole left side. And then drop your butt to the floor. Here we are. Well, hello. Right hand can reach around. Take your left hand behind you. You can keep both sitting bones rooted. Feel the length of your spine. Draw up, 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 up. If you want to work a little deeper in, so we're prepped for the next generation, we can work the elbow to the knee, like we were going to side crow. And actually, this is kind of like fallen angel. Look, we're already there. Yes, we did it. All right, we're gonna rewind. Right hand hits the floor. See if you can keep the left hand lifted. So right hand comes around, left fingertips reach up, lift those hips. You're gonna step through your down dog. As you step through down dog, left hand reaches toward that right leg. Yeah, Downward facing dog. Vinyasa, if you want to throw one in, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. We're all going to meet in down dog and take a couple of breaths. I'm already over my time limit, so I'm sorry, but we're doing it. So here we go. This is not 40 minutes. We passed 40 minutes. I knew it couldn't be done. All right, last little bit. Here we go. Take your right leg, lift it up and stretch it back. Warrior one on your exhale. Come on up. You got it. You're going to step into your right foot. Drag your left knee into your chest. Big toe grab. Kick your left foot forward. Doesn't have to straighten. We're just going to kick it out. But keep that right leg strong. Sweep your left leg out to the side. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, right? Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Then we're going to release this leg behind you, coming into a little curtsy. Hello, curtsy. Palms press in prayer, left elbow to that right knee, roll it open. Inhale. When you exhale, fingertips are going to come to the floor and you're going to spin and pivot. So the toes pivot toward the long edges of your mat and we're back in Parsvottanasana, left foot off, right foot on, face in the wrong direction. What's new? All right, from here, you're going to step your left foot next to your right, still facing the long edge of your mat. Don't panic. Sorry for my butt. Sink your hips, bend your knees, chair pose. Hands come to prayer now. Lengthen up. Left elbow is going to come to that right knee. You can hang out right here. If you want to work into your side crow, hands are going to come to the floor. I like to start from a crouch, right? So I peel my heels up. Dig that left elbow into your thigh there. Both elbows hug in. Take your weight forward. Maybe those feet walk back, right? And now as you let your nose drop, you're going to feel your heels sweep up. Up, 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 up. Set it down. Downward facing dog. If you stayed in that revolved chair, downward facing dog. Vinyasa here if you want it. I'm going to skip it because my shoulders say skip it, right? But it's your practice. You get to choose. Second side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one. I hope you're sweating just a little bit because that'll make me feel better because I'm sweating a lot of it. Vira one. Press into this left foot. You're going to come on up. Drag your knee in. Grab a yoga toe hold on this foot, even if it looks like this, right? Because some days this is what it looks like. Maybe all the days this is what it looks like. Right arm bone in. We work here. Maybe that leg can start to stretch out. The important leg is the bottom leg. Don't let it buckle. Open out to the side. Right sitting bone keeps curling under. Say a quiet thanks to the wall for catching you. All right, here we go. Release that right foot. You're going to step it behind you. Come into a little curtsy here. Yes, hands come to prayer. And then take that right elbow to your left knee. Roll it open. As you exhale, we're going to spin to the right, pivot those feet. So the heels stay, usually it's the opposite, but the heels are going to stay, the balls of your feet lift. And now we're in a little Parsvo, baby Parsvo, facing the other long edge of the mat. Shift your weight forward, step your right foot to meet your left. Sink your hips, lift your chest. Chair pose, yes. Hands come to prayer. Lengthen up. And now take this right elbow to this left knee, roll it open. And this is maybe where the buck stops today. Work on lowering your hips, lift your chest. Keep your knees in line, keep that right hip back. If you want to work toward your side crow, gonna kind of crouch it down. Keep the torso in the twist, right? Right elbow digs in, hands shoulder distance apart. Here we go, left elbow is gonna hug in. You may want to set your left side on that upper left arm. It's cool, right? You can totally do that. Gonna rock forward a bit. Here we go, nose goes down, heels sweep up, 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 up. Flex those feet. Set it down, downward facing dog. And breathe. We got this. And we're actually not past the 40-minute mark yet. We're okay. We can do this. It's not going to be perfect. All right, drop your knees for a moment. Now, I know you said you didn't need a blanket, that it was optional in the beginning, but I kind of gave you a little fib. We do want a blanket, so take a second if you don't have one and grab one. A towel works too, just something of extra padding, because we're gonna work into our pose now, okay? This is our fallen angel. We've done the work, so let's try it, all right? Like I said, if you don't know what it is, where we're going, take a second, check out the thumbnail. It'll give you a good idea. Right? Let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna twist ourselves to the right first. So I'll mirror you on this one so it's not as confusing. All right, so you're gonna face the long edge of your mat, bring the blanket to your right. So it's at the front edge of the mat. Okay, and now come onto the balls of your feet. So we're here. And just like the same way we get into our twisty crow, our Parsvabhakasana, we're gonna come into our fallen angel, right? So pivot around to the right. This left elbow is gonna do as much as it can to dig in. And while I kind of dig and press, I lift my belly in and up as best I can, right? Lift in and up, in and up, in and up. That helps to engage the core for the twist. Here we are. Okay, elbows hug in. Now you're gonna set your right side on this upper arm and kind of glue them in. And we're gonna take this right side of our cheek to the blanket, right? So I know it's weird, but it's like a little lever and we end up here, right? Laying on our arms. Now this left leg, up, 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 oh. And those right toes spin up toward the sky. I know. So this pose is less about strength and flexibility, even though you do need hip flexibility to get into the twist and to get yourself kind of crunched that much. It's less about those things and more about just figuring out the functionality of what the hell happens, right? So you want to get the twist, lower yourself down, and then the top leg, once your top leg starts to kick up toward the sky, the bottom leg has to come up too. It's just how it works. And you want to kick up as much as you can. All right, so we're gonna do it on the other side and let's give it a whirl. So you can spin yourself around or flip your blanket, whatever, right? So now you're gonna spin to the left. Here we go. Take that right elbow, tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in. Lift in and up as much as you can to find that twisting action in your torso. And you wanna spin your chest so it's as square as you can get it to the mat, right? I mean, we want this a little closer. I'm gonna try to get onto it. And now left elbow hugs in, right? And you're gonna lay your left side body on your upper arm. And this feels awkward. So if this is kind of where the pose stops for you, just play with getting comfortable with this idea that we're gonna be laying on our arms, okay? Okay, and then you're gonna walk your feet back and try to gently set your cheek on the floor. So left cheek goes down, and now we're in this supported side crow. Now right leg goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, and the left toes reach up too. Can close it down. Woo! And try to drop. Okay, there's a lot going on there. So give yourself a second to process. If you want to rewind and practice it again or stop altogether and just go for it a couple of times, please do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Sometimes I forget things like helpful hints. I can share them with you at a later time, right? Anyway, we're gonna relax now because that was a lot. And we are closing in on the 40-minute mark. And I tried really hard not to. So if you wanna keep that towel for you and lay down on it, that's perfectly fine. Take a second. Feet flat on the mat, nice and wide, and just relax. It was a lot of twisting. It was a lot of work. So let's give ourselves a moment to take some back bends, right? So bridge and wheel, supported bridge, just kind of holding on there. Anything you want, we're gonna go for now. So feet about hip distance apart, a little wider if you need the space. Shoulder blades in, gonna lift up. Come onto your Oh, your bridge pose. Feel your tailbone lengthen, the center of the back of your head root down. Inhale. When you exhale, release and lower it down. Take a break. 2 more, however you want to do them. Can come into your bridge again. Your wheel if you want it. And then let it go. Last one. Back bend of your choice. Feels kind of grim with that blanket. Let's try it. If you're going for the wheel, right, you're gonna set your hands, elbows in, arm bones back. Here we go. Curl your chin into your chest when you want to come down. Oh, feet nice and wide. You know what? Bring your feet together. Open your knees. A little. Little opening through your hips. And then keep those knees wide, but draw them in. And rock gently side to side. Maybe some circles there. And then drop your knees over to the right. Slide your gaze to the left. Back up through the middle. Knees to the left. Gaze to the right. And then back up through the middle. Set your feet down. Now you can grab that blanket again if you moved it. Put it underneath your head. Maybe a happy baby. Maybe your legs need a little extension. Rock a little bit side to side. And bring your knees together. Hug them in and stretch them out. Take a few breaths here. Let yourself open up and soften down. And you can stay here as long as you want. Our time together is well overdue. So if you're ready to, you can start to move your fingers and wiggle your toes. I've kept you here too long. When you're ready, draw your knees in. Rock a little bit side to side. All right, let's do this. Roll to your right. Pause here. Press into the strength of your hands. Come on up. Nice comfortable seat for a moment here. Pause. Close your eyes. Feel your shoulders relax, your sitting bones root down, and the best part of all, feel your heart lift up. Bring your palms to press into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and acknowledge the strength in your body and honor this time you spent on your mat today. And as you step off your mat and into the rest of your day, give yourself permission to not be perfect. We can learn it here on our mats because it feels safe and easy. Our practice is meant to move out into the world. So see what you can do today to not be perfect. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. As always, comment, ask questions, share, like, and most importantly, subscribe. It gives me a big thumbs up. Check out some of my other videos. See you soon.